Queen Bee has just dropped her highly anticipated Netflix documentary Homecoming with so many epic shocks and surprises, and as expected, it is flawless. Here's our top 5 moments you need to know. Alright, whatever you are doing right now, stop. Put that thing down. Beyhive, it's finally happened. Queen Bee released her highly anticipated Netflix documentary called Homecoming, and in true Beyonce style, she has packed it with so many shocks and surprises to remind us once again, we are not worthy. Part concert movie, part behind the scenes documentary. If you're like me and you're still cut that you couldn't make it to Coachella last year, Beyonce has you covered. Homecoming presents Beyonce's historic 2013 Coachella appearances, where she became the very first black woman to ever headline the festival. The documentary also offers a rare glimpse into Beyonce's family life with husband Jay-Z, their daughter Blue Ivy, and the twins Rumi and Sir. When Beyonce shouted out to the audience in 2018, "Coachella, you ready?" the music festival wasn't ready, nor was the world, for the history in the making performance. So to kick off the 5 biggest shock and surprises from the Homecoming documentary, I'm shouting out, "Clevver fam, are you ready?" Alright, I mean, I can't hear anything, but I think we're good. As well as releasing Homecoming, a film by Beyonce, Beyonce also dropped Homecoming the live album on hubby Jay-Z's streaming service Tidal. But PS, it's also on Spotify if you've already used up your free trial. From her history-making performances of Formation to Drunk in Love, the new album covers it all. And it also features a new cover where Queen Bee sings a version of Before I Let Go, originally performed by Frankie Beverly and Maze. Just as we all hoped, the film features cameos from all of Beyonce's children, including an extra special cameo from Bee's firstborn, Blue Ivy. Since becoming a mum, Beyonce has kept her family life pretty private, save for some posts on Instagram and her website, so sharing this side of her family is just gold. At the end of the documentary, we see an adorable clip that shows just how much Blue Ivy takes after her mum. Blue can be seen singing her own rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing in front of the cameras. After Blue finishes her performance, a proud Beyonce praises her, saying,
"Sounds so pretty."
I want to do that again.
Oh, you want to do it again? You're like mommy, huh?
I want to do that again.
Oh, okay.
It feels good.
It feels good?
In the doco, Beyonce gets real about the health issues she tackled while pregnant with twins Rumi and Sir, which we learn wasn't exactly flawless. Beyonce describes what turned out to be a very difficult pregnancy. She says, quote, "I was supposed to do Coachella the year prior, but I got pregnant unexpectedly and it ended up being twins, which was even more of a surprise. My body went through more than I knew it could. I was 218 pounds the day I gave birth. I had an extremely difficult pregnancy. I had high blood pressure. I developed toxemia preeclampsia, and in the womb, one of my baby's heartbeats paused a few times, so I had to get an emergency C-section." Poor Bee. Beyonce and her team spent months and months rehearsing for the festival, and she also opens up about balancing parenting with performing.
Just internally, my body was not connected. My mind was not there. My mind wanted to be with my children.
Beyonce went on to say, "What people don't see is the sacrifice. I would dance and go off to the trailer and breastfeed the babies, and the days I could, I would bring the children." Beyonce later adds, "Just trying to figure out how to balance being a mother of a 6-year-old and of twins that need me, and giving myself creatively and physically, it was a lot to juggle. It's not like before when I could rehearse for 15 hours straight. I have children. I have a husband." I literally just heard all the mamas across the world collectively sighing, #relatable. Okay guys, so Beyonce also revealed some things that to me were really shocking. Things that identify Beyonce as like a real human. I always categorized her as a superhero and more than human, so what she revealed next was pretty shocking. Queen Bee has to diet like the rest of us. In Homecoming, Beyonce reveals that she weighed 218 pounds the day she gave birth to the twins and had set some very hard goals for herself to achieve before Coachella. She discussed her struggles, saying, "I had to rebuild my body from cut muscles. It took me a while to feel confident enough to give my own personality. There were days that I thought I would never be the same. I'd never be the same physically. My strength and endurance would never be the same." But the moment that has got the biggest reaction is when Beyonce detailed her incredibly strict diet leading up to her Coachella performance. Beyonce, I hear you, I really do, but on this one, I'm gonna have to side with my internet mum Oprah and say, you do you, boo. I love bread. It's important to know that Beyonce's Homecoming wasn't just an exercise in record sales and views. This was about Beyonce knowing everyone will pay attention and using that attention to tell an important story.
Really want to do is be a representative of my race, of the human race. I have a chance to show how kind we can be.
When I decided to do Coachella, instead of me pulling out my flower crown, it was more important that I brought our culture to Coachella, she says. I went to Battle of the Bands because I grew up seeing those shows and that being the highlight of my year. So I studied my history, I studied my past, and I put every mistake, all of my triumphs, my 22-year career into my 2-hour homecoming performance. As well as Beyonce paying tribute to historically black colleges and universities, Beyonce pays tribute to that culture by honoring a number of high-profile African-American thinkers, writers, and activists of the 20th century. So there you have it. My gosh, there is so much to take in. So many times this documentary needs to be streamed. Beyonce once again has proved to us over and over that she is one of the greatest performers, actually no, greatest humans of our time. So now I want to turn it over to you guys. Have you seen the documentary yet? And what were your favorite parts of Beyonce's Coachella performance? And also, how does it make you feel that you're actually getting to see this behind the scenes and more candid side of Beyonce? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. And when you're done, click right over here for a new video. As always, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click that bell so you never miss a beat. Thanks for hanging out with me on Clevver Newsfeed. I'm your host, Susan Morad. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Susan_Morad. I'm gonna go watch Homecoming again, so I'll see you next time.